Hatchet and Ted in blue along the bottom.
I am pumped for the start of this match. It's an aggressive push from Hatchet and Ted, sending in a Hog Rider attack in the left lane. A big tornado spell, can't quite pull the Hog Rider in though.
That Hog Rider gets 2 swings, and the poison damage is going to take out the Goblin's Princess and do a little 240 onto the tower. That's a very good early opening push for Atchin and Ted. Atchin, the spring Latin American champion hailing from Brazil. Ted coming all the way from Korea.
I believe you're right about that, yeah. It's a great team from players around the world. You know, it was a hard hit out that left lane. Usually that Tornado can pull the Hog Rider onto the King Tower, get him activated nice and early, and that's a great defensive boon. But with that Princess, I think she kind of just shoved him a little bit toward the left. What's happening here, What
I love about Princess decks is the best players in the world have what I like to call Princess tricks. They have little bluffs and ways to keep their Princess alive, and we saw it there. Cannon Cart came down to kill the Princess, and an Ice Golem came out to keep her alive and get a few more shots out of it. The second Tornado more effective than the first Tornado, and now the King Tower is activated for Vitamin C.
And also up on top, we see the Sparky Masters got their King Tower activated as well. It's been pretty defensive so far. We haven't gotten into double elixir time when the sparks really start to fly. Forgive the pun there. I don't know if we have a Sparky or not, but
I will never forgive that pun. So here we go. We have the Princess there on the far left side, cross-shooting onto the Executioner, and I think the blue Princess is going to win this fight, getting her shot off before the red one does, and their Princess survives to threaten the tower there.
Victory in the duel means that it's a time for the counterattack. Atchin and Ted send in a Cannon Cart and a Hog Rider, but pulled apart by the Tornado. Is he going to get a hit in?
Ooh.
Ouch.
And that really hurts. You don't want to spend 8 elixir on Executioner Tornado and not get all the Cannon Carts within range. The Cannon Cart actually has a kind of short range, but if it can get within range of the tower, once it dies and turns into a building, it'll keep shooting. Brings that tower down to 466. That's within rocket range for Atchin and Ted.
I think that some of the players have really been kind of thrown off by the unfamiliarity with Cannon Cart. It's not one of the more popular cards in the game, but if it's just within range, you can get a massive amount of damage off. A big aggressive rocket lands on the right side tower there. Team De'Aaron and Orange Juice kind of running out of options here with only 40 seconds left to tear a tower down.
I love the little tricky tornado there by Atchin and Ted. They pulled the enemy Princess and some of the defending troops onto the tower so the Princess could kill them and hit the tower for some extra chip damage. We got counterattack coming down both sides. It's so hectic in 2v2. Woody, we've never cast anything like this before. It's so many troops. But all 4 towers have taken a little bit of damage, but it looks like it's up to Atchin and Ted to finish it off there on the left side. Do you think they have a big enough spell to do it?
I think that they can finish that thing off. They're just biding their time and waiting for the right moment. Only 198 damage left to finish that thing off, and solid defense out this right side. A big rocket coming on in, but that is not going to be enough. Atchin and Ted get the first tower, and Team Sparky Masters gets the first win.
Now, they have taken the game. They're going to move on to the next
round. Back into the arena.
And we did get word from our admins we're going to replay Game 2 because of a few little Wi-Fi issues here in the arena. So we're going to see this is Game 2. Now, this is a best-of-3 matchup. Vitamin C is down 1-0 to Sparky Masters, but they have a chance to tie this matchup and push it to a Game 3. If Sparky Masters can pull it out, that's a 2-0 sweep. They will move on to the next round of this 2v2 tournament.
Muskets here, a little unfortunate. Didn't get that Ice Wizard in tower range over on the left, and she's going to, looks like, go down to this minor push at the left. But a big old Mega Knight to support this counterattack. Mini P.E.K.K.A. charging the left lane, but look out for the Gobbies that connect on the right. Tower already going down about 1,000 hit points.
That Electro Wizard actually sealed his own fate by stunning the Mega Knight. The Ice Golem got too far out of range, and he switched his jump from the Ice Golem, pretty harmless, to the Electro Wizard himself.
Whoa, Balloon making its way in the right lane. Is it going to connect? It's getting awfully close, but the Spear Goblins just managed to take him down. You know, they got a nice little balance change buff recently. They throw their spears a little bit faster.
That was a significant buff. Every card that involves Spear Goblins has seen a nice little uptick in usage. Talking about Goblin Gang, even Goblin Hut has become popular in Latin American Crown Championship Global Series play as the basis of an Expo deck that Pompeo loves to run.
Interesting. Yeah, I remember seeing that one. I gave it a shot. Didn't quite work out. I am definitely not as good as a player as Pompeo is, but it was certainly fun to experiment. That's what I love about Clash Royale. We've got dozens of cards in the game, and there's always a killer combination that's waiting to be discovered.
And that's every single one of these major tournaments. We see new decks pop out of the metagame. I'm, like you, excited to see what these players are going to bring out when all the money's on the line. We might see the birth of a new deck type this weekend.
I think that right side tower is about to get torn apart. Golem Pusher, Orange Juice, and Team De'Aaron gets the job done.
And is a turnaround from what we saw in game number 1. Early tower, we're about to hit double elixir time. If they can hold that 1088 health up for the next 60 seconds, they will have tied this matchup 1-1.
You know, compared to playing 1v1 on the normal ladder or in a tournament, these big old 2v2 games have so much elixir on the field. It feels almost like playing triple elixir matches where you just got big monsters marching all over the place. What are your favorite decks in 2v2, Rumham?
I mean, I love Golem. I really like Mega Knight for its ability to be effective on defense and then counterattack well. But one of the advantages of 2v2 play, and we just saw it a little bit ago from Sparky Masters, is the ability to throw a spell just on an empty tower. You can just rock at an empty tower. Why? Because you have a teammate with a full elixir bar who's ready to defend in a pinch if you need them.
He's got you back. 3 minutes friends for life, am I right?
Yep. And here we go. We have a Golem push coming down. The big problem, though, they might be able to fireball or rocket that tower down, but their problem is that they can't stop this huge Golem push out of Vitamin C.
You can't stop the rock.
Whoa, psych, rocket it. I guess you could rocket the rock.
That's the one way to do it. But still, a great connection for the red team. Anyways, the Mega Minion gets to the lock, and that thing's going down.
Oh, the towers are traded with just 3 seconds to go, and there's no time left for Sparky Masters to catch up. Vitamin C ties it up. We are going to a Game 3 in this first round.
Well done, boys. You know, you really put
into gameplay. We have fixed the Wi-Fi issue, so here we are in the final game of this match. They are tied 1-1 right now. The winner of this game is going to move on to the next round and guarantee themselves a better draft pick at the end of today's show.
Hooah! Archers moving in on left and right side. Princess to back him up over on the left, but a Baby Dragon swooping in. That's going to be a little bit too much for them to deal with. Ooh, the Inferno. Going to burn it up, though.
You need the Inferno Dragon there because that Baby Dragon would have killed both the Archer and the Princess pretty easily, and the Inferno Dragon's not going to win, but maybe take out the Executioner. No, just needed a little bit more health to pull that off.
That's the kind of funny thing about that Inferno Dragon. You know, at first he doesn't deal a whole lot of damage. Kind of seems like he's a pushover, but he can really burn up fast, and after he gets heated up, he can really tear apart even the heaviest hitters in the game. Unfortunate for Team Aaron and Orange Juice. They were trying to get their King Tower activated, but the jump from that Mega Knight prevented it.
I truthfully think that Hog Rider might be a little bit of a trap in 2v2 because there are so many cards that answer Hog Rider. It's hard to have both enemy players down low elixir. I feel like Hog Rider's not nearly as effective as some of the bigger tank-based decks in this, and we're seeing it here. There hasn't been really a single effective Hog Rider in 3 or 4 games because the Tornado just keeps pulling it to the King Tower.
Well said, Rummy. You know, we saw some great long-range defenders out in the back left. Princess and Dark Goblin able to take out that graveyard. Nice defense there, but they got finished off by arrows pretty easily. Good positive elixir trade once again for Orange Juice. Left lane's gonna got 1832 left on it. Executioner holding strong on defense for them.
And you see why Executioner Tornado is such a beloved defensive combo. Even on offense, when you're counterattacking, you can Tornado all the defenders onto the King Tower and have the Executioner not just splash all the defending troops, but deal chip damage to the tower as well. And that's the kind of things that allow those Executioner decks to just run away with games. Hog Rider comes in, gets 1 swing, 2 swings, no, not 3, just 2.5 swings, and the half doesn't count. So here comes the Ice Golem.
Swing.
Yeah,
2 swing.
2 swing. We got Ice Golem. Here comes the bats. Now, is there going to be a zapper poison for those bats? Yes, the poison will take him out in just 1 tick, and a second poison comes down to take out the Princess and Dark Goblin as well.
Double poison. Am I seeing double here, or is that actually 2 spells dropped on that left tower, getting a lot of damage off onto the tower? Almost gets it down to triple digits, but not quite. We're going to need a big counterattack from Ted Natchin, though. Rummy, what can they put together here?
When defense is this strong, spells become so good. When you can put an attack like Graveyard on your opponent's tower and force them to defend near the tower and then poison the whole thing, that is just brutal. Now, if I had to guess, I think Atchin and Ted's best hope here is got to be defending with a bunch of these dragons and archers, avoiding the poisons with maybe like delayed placements, and then using the Mega Knight and Miner to tank the tower to push through.
Nimble Hog Rider going to push off over on the left side and hit the tower, but it's looking like this next push is kind of fizzling. Ted and Atchin have been leaning on this Inferno Dragon, actually so have Team Aaron and Orange Juice in these key exchanges at the bridge. Who's going to break through here? Looking like the cannon cart might make it into the range. Oh, blocked by goblins. But a naked graveyard on that left side tower. Is it going to be able to get the value in?
We'll see. It's getting so close. This poison. Oh no, the poison activates the King Tower. That means there are 2 more towers there to defend against future graveyards. It's a little bit of a misclick, but I don't know if it's going to bite them because they're so close to winning this game already.
Very aggressive move. They're about to soak a Hog Rider on the left side. Poison and a Miner chipping away, and that thing goes down. Ted and Atchin.
What a turnaround victory. There's 72 health remaining on that tower, but it wasn't enough. The only hit point that counts